Hello, my name is Dave Vialpando. I'm Executive Director for the Pokagon Band Gaming Commission for the Pokagon Band of Potawatomi Indians of Michigan and Indiana. We have 4 properties, 3 properties, Class 3 in Michigan, and 1 now Class 3 property. It was a Class 2 in South Bend, Indiana. So first off, I'd like to thank NIGC for the opportunity to share the training and education initiative that we started back in 2021 and to talk about what we put together here at the Gaming Commission. So a little history, it was back in the throes of the pandemic, 2021, the beginning of 2021, where we started taking a look at challenges we were having in maintaining the skill proficiency of our Gaming Commission staff. As you know, a lot of things were offered via webinar. We had some great training provided by NIGC via their webinars, but we had challenges with regard to the shutdown and live training and providing essential skill training for staff. So we took that as an opportunity to take a look at all of our training and education procedures and how we could do things better. So we had a proposal for our gaming commissioners back in March of 2021 for the formation of a training and education unit within the Gaming Commission. Now, we didn't go out and hire folks to do this. We utilized existing resources, which I'll talk about, but we had several goals in forming this unit, which our gaming commissioners agreed with and authorized. One of those was to match available training to the training needs of our staff around the areas of both skill proficiency, essential skills in doing the job of regulation, and also in the area of professional development. We utilize the training education unit as a means to identify industry best practices and also the most cost-effective training, something we hadn't given a lot of thought to up until that time organizationally or at least strategically. We wanted to maximize the return on investment that we made in training. In other words, how could we leverage training to the best needs, the best advantage for the Gaming Commission as a whole? And last but not least, we wanted to organize our training records. In other words, have one-stop shopping for our staff, both to access available training, to upload certificates of completion, and also to archive reference material, resource material for training. So in establishing this unit, we asked for volunteers, and we were lucky to have 2 of our senior gaming investigators volunteer to lead this team, and they've done an outstanding job. And the reason why that was an advantage for us is our gaming investigators have familiarity with all aspects of the Gaming Commission, as well as all aspects of casino operations, which is very helpful in picking training, choosing training, or being aware of what training is relevant to the needs of the Gaming Commission. We started our process in the training education unit after we had our folks in place by conducting an organizational training needs assessment. And what that involved was taking a look at every classification within the Gaming Commission, from our executive assistant, our administrative assistants, through our licensing investigators, our gaming inspectors, all the way up to our director staff, and actually listing what the essential job skills were and what training was required to maintain those essential job duties for each classification. That was our first task. And that produced for us the roadmap for what we needed to seek out in terms of training for our staff. Now, moving forward, and that process is complete, moving forward, that training needs assessment will occur with each individual staff member at the time of their annual performance evaluation. And that's the time, in reflecting back on a person's performance during the year, to identify training needs or professional growth development for that individual. So that's worked out between the employee and their supervisor. The training needs assessment for that individual is formulated, and then we use that throughout the upcoming year, to decide which individuals to send to which training as outlined in their training needs assessment. So that's already ongoing. It's done annually, and it allows us to focus, to basically strategically choose the training for each individual staff member dependent on their training needs or professional growth development goals. We've leveraged as part of our training education unit internally, because as you know, with the challenges of COVID and the shutdown of live training, we had to look inwards and identify the subject matter experts within to actually develop curriculum for our folks. So we have a number of courses that we've developed in-house, utilizing our own subject matter experts to design courses which we then offer to our staff. Courses such as implicit bias, interviewing skills and indicators of deception, report writing, a whole variety of topics, effective presentation skills. We've designed the PowerPoints and gathered the material that we actually disseminate to our staff who attend our in-house training. And what we found is a lot of those skills are also required, job necessary for our tribal government folks, tribal government employees, as well as our casino staff. So we do outreach to both tribal government and casinos and offer our in-house training to those individuals as well. So they come and attend the training with our staff. And that has a force multiplier effect, and it's paid tremendous dividends, because as we invite those groups to train with us, so too they have invited us to attend training which they have sponsored. So, and I'll give you an example. Our surveillance department attended games protection training that the Gaming Commission sponsored because the skill set is transferable to the surveillance agents. Well, then the surveillance department hosted their own games protection training and invited our staff to attend. So it's a very collaborative process. And there is a force multiplier in basically taking one training and maximizing its effectiveness throughout a number of organizations. So that's paid us tremendous dividends. We've also developed those subject matter experts in training, and they've gone out and provided training for other organizations, such as NIGA, NTGCR, GLI roundtables, and even NIGC. We've had our subject matter experts present. So that has raised the need within training education to really develop the presentation skills, the organizational skills, the data gathering skills of our staff. And we've been able to provide that training as well, so that we put the Gaming Commission's best foot forward when we send people out to industry venues to provide training to others. And as you know, when you train, it only reinforces your expertise in that topic. And then you start the dialogue with those who are attending your training, and you bring back other best practices. So there's a force multiplier in bringing that information back to the Gaming Commission. One of the things that we have done with our folks is made it a requirement that anyone who attends training away from the Gaming Commission, that they bring that information that they glean back to the Gaming Commission for dissemination throughout the organization to their colleagues. And through that's a nice segue into our digital library. Through our training education unit, we've created a digital library. We have over 50 folders in over a dozen different TGRA topic areas, such as game protection, surveillance strategies, cheats, self-certification processes, auditing, any number of topics, licensing and backgrounds. We have folders where our folks who attend training outside of the Gaming Commission bring that knowledge back. Now, we emphasize that it has to be non-copyrighted material or material that we can share with others with the author's permission. So we don't archive copyrighted material for dissemination unless we have permission to do so. But that enables our folks to actually access information on a recurrent basis to make sure that those perishable skills are brought up to stuff on a continuous basis. So with regard to NIGC's 3for35 initiative, that contributes to the goal of strategic recruitment, because what we found is the new employees that we bring in are able to access the information in that digital library and hit the ground running with regard to developing the skill proficiency to do whatever job they've been assigned to do within the Gaming Commission. They share that knowledge with others in the industry or their colleagues outside of the Gaming Commission. And we found that just by word of mouth, we have excellent candidates that want to work for the Gaming Commission because we place a very high emphasis on skill development, professional development, and job training through our training education unit. So with regard to strategic recruitment, a pillar within NIGC's 3 for 35, that has paid us dividends there. Also in the area of knowledge retention, if you have a system that employees can access easily, a repository of knowledge, they're going to take advantage of that in order to keep their skills fresh. So we ensure that the knowledge that folks learn as part of the Gaming Commission, we're able to maintain that, to archive that, make that available to others. Through that training education unit, we use what's called our training portal. So we've created a training portal where folks can access their training records to see what they're scheduled to attend, to see what available training is out there for them to sign up for, and also as a means to access that digital library. And we also work that into our promotional process. So those folks who apply for promotion, or maybe we have a gaming inspector who aspires to be a licensing investigator, if they've shown the initiative to access the information in the digital library and take the initiative to become familiar with the skill set required for that position that they seek, we give that person credit at the time of promotion or job interviews to demonstrate of initiative on their side. And that speaks to the third pillar of NIGC's 3 for 35, which is skills planning. We're encouraging our people to carefully look at what's required in the job that they're performing and to seek out that training to make sure they maximize their skill proficiency, and also for the purposes of professional development. So it's paid us tremendous dividends, both the training portal and our digital library. Beyond that, we've been able to develop training evaluation instruments. And I know you're all used to filling out the evals at the end of a course, but we really take that process seriously. We have made it digital so that we're able to assess the value of training that our folks attend. And maybe through the evaluation process, we figure out that sending someone out of the area to attend a conference or training wasn't the best use of training dollars. And maybe there's a better method or channel of providing the same training. So we really pay close attention to those training evaluations to make sure that we're providing our staff with the best training, the most job-related training, and industry best practices that's out there. And a lot of that, thankfully, NIGC, I could say, consistently gets very high marks for the training that they provide. So we'll definitely take advantage of the free training that government agencies like the NIGC provides. Thank you for that. Other than that, some of the outcomes that we've experienced through this process gives us the ability to provide our Gaming Commission employees with timely and current training in a very easy to access manner. As I mentioned, it enables us to plus up our new employees as quickly as possible to make sure that they successfully navigate our 90-day probationary period, and they're able to succeed and hit the ground running when they're off probation to perform whatever assignment they have undertaken within the Gaming Commission. We have now a repository of knowledge that we're able to reflect back on, both for our existing employees and those generations that follow us after we turn the regulatory keys over to them. And as I mentioned, it enables us to strategically plan training so that we request a training budget, training dollars from our tribe. We can actually quantify what that looks like, what specific training the Gaming Commission will be paying for and which staff they'll be sending out to training. And in terms of budget dollars, I can tell you there again, it's paid us tremendous dividends. In 2021, we were able to save 30% of our allocated training dollars by that strategic approach to training. And I can tell you in 2022, we're on par for the same level of cost savings. We'll realize about 30% of cost savings of the allocated training dollars because we've been very judicious and very strategic in choosing the training. So at the end of the day, what does it take? It takes a supportive gaming commission, it takes engaged management, and it takes the initiative of staff, right? If we make the training available and staff takes advantage of it, then the Gaming Commission, it's a win-win for all of us, from the top of the organization all the way down to the line level. So we really applaud NIGC for their initiative 3 for 35. We can tell you that from our training and education unit, it's paid us dividends. We'd be glad to share what we've developed with others. All you need to do is reach out to us. We'd be glad to share in case you're interested, because first and foremost, our goal is to make sure that everyone in this industry has the best knowledge, the best skills, and that we're able to regulate to the maximum degree. That's our investment in the future. Thank you very much.